Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your boy 3 Stacks in this thing, representing the squad. And I'm going over an update on my Metalfoes. This time, I'm not doing True Kings or Zodiac, Crystron Metalfoes or anything like that. I'm just doing pure Metalfoes for once. It's pretty interesting. I like the build. I just finished upgrading it today, and I think it's a lot more consistent. A lot more resilient, and it just has more options than it had before, making the playstyle a lot less linear. Granted, Metalfoes didn't really have just only one option. Like, they're a really flexible deck. But let's hop into it. So we're gonna start off with the Metalfoes, of course. I'm playing 3 Volflame. He does matter. He makes a huge difference even now because we have no Astrograph, so he's one of the most impactful monsters to Pendulum Summon, thus contributing to your absolute Vortex play, which is kind of like a necessity that you need to fulfill that every first turn. Like, you need to generate some form of disruption on your opponent. And then 3 Gold Drivers. I kind of have an idea with this in Phantasm Spirals. I don't know. I have this thing, I want to try Metalfoe Phantasm Spirals and Paleozoic Phantasm. I don't know if it's gonna work. But 3 Gold Drivers, 3 Silverts. He is one of the reasons why I've been really wanting to play Break Sword. Every time you have a Rescue Rabbit, you can make Electrum, but when you know you can already make Electrum, your Rabbit can turn into a 1-card Break Sword. You can even Pendulum Summon 2 of these, go into Levier and special the Rabbit and do it again, or turn Rabbit to a 1-card like Bagooska or Tornado. I look at these cards and I think of all the options that I have that I don't play the targets in the extra deck. And then 3 copies of Stillin. And then my favorite Metalfoes, the only one with an effect, 2 Bismal Gear. Now, I was playing this at 3. I've tested it at 3, and it's not really bad. It's not as bad as people say it is. But whenever you need space in your deck, it's one of the easiest cards you can cut because you know that it is a hard once per turn, and it already is, there when you need it, and it's a Metalfoes just like the rest. The only benefit it has is when you pop it, you get that extra search, which does contribute to your full Metalfoes fusion play on your opponent's turn. So it's pretty good. 14 Metalfoes I think is enough. And then I'm playing some turbo cards. We're playing 3 Hamster. Hamster's pretty dope. Just like Rabbit, it kind of can be a 1-card XYZ or just whatever you need it to be. They're pretty awesome flex cards. What I also like about them is they can be really good baits, because this deck doesn't actually need its normal summon. Normally this baiting the Ash, that's fine. Normal this bait the Ash, that's fine. Or you can even play it in your scale, banish it, and this is more effective in Metalfoes because you're always playing your scales and then popping and setting. So you'll have 2 Gold Drivers, especially when you open Rabbit and Hamster. Normal the Rabbit, summon 2 Gold Drivers, link them into Electrum. Play the Hamster, add the 2 Gold Drivers back, get that +1, generate more advantage. They're really good. So I like these cards. And then I still play 3 Chronograph, and of course the Time Gazer. I feel like this card is insane. It does help you playing going second comfortably, kind of playing under pressure. You can always just turn this into something else under pressure, and it gives you the option to make Naruto, even other rank 6s if you choose so. I just like the card a lot. And in addition to that, I'm playing 3 Dark Worms and 2 Gate Zeros. So Gate Zero is really important too, just like the Volflame, because it's a searchable level 7 that you can Pendulum Summon that contributes to your absolute play. So you can play 1 Gate Zero, but you gotta realize sometimes 1 will always go to a scale, but then at the same time sometimes it gets Pendulum Summon, but you need to have the second one to resolve his effect again and to have that option to make your absolute. So it's really good. But if you already have your high and low scale and you search this off of your Dark Worm, you know that you're gonna make Electrum this turn. I mean, make your absolute Vortex. So those are all your kind of just generic Pendulums, except for the Rabbit. And then I play 1 more engine. So you've got your Dark Worm engine, which is really good. You've got the Chrono package. There's no mythical beasts in here. Then you've got your Rabbits and Hamsters. And then we've got the Cleafor package, which helps you to make Infinity. Even making it under pressure, Infinity is really good because it has the potential to bait 2 negates. Because what happens is you can make Infinity, you can activate his effect, target a monster that's not the monster that will negate him. For example, instead of targeting like, I don't know, the Vortex, for example, you can target the Naruto, and then Vortex is forced to negate the Infinity. Otherwise, you're taking the Naruto. Then you chain Infinity, negate the Vortex, thus clearing 2 birds with 1 stone. So Infinity going second is pretty powerful too. Most people just don't really like use it that way. And then spells, we've got 3 Summoner's Arts. I really like this card a lot. Even if I wasn't playing the Cleafor package, I would still play 3 of this, because I really need to see Volflame so I can do my Vortex play. Like, I only have 5 level 7s in the deck, so it's really important to see them. And it's searching your scales. This can be your fusion fodder. It's really flexible. I like it at 3, and it's not hard once per turn. Then we have 2 Painful Decisions. It's just gonna fill the category or niche of being another name for Metalfoes. So you play 14 Metalfoes, but then you have these 5 which contribute to your Metalfoes count, kind of. So it's like technically you're playing 19, but it's like really you're playing 14 and then like 5 extra ways to search them out. And then we have 3 Dragon Shrines and 1 Foolish for your Dark Worm. It's really good. It's an Electrum Turbo card. Then we have 1 Full and 1 Regular Fusion. And then I play double combo and double counter. I feel that counter is really good for the grinds because it's adding back your resources and it's preventing you from dying. So like this card's good in like every matchup. And then combo kind of shines because like you can use it on your opponent. I mean, your opponent can trigger it themselves. Like if it's an invoke matchup particularly and they summon a Macabre, you can just bring back your Mithurium off of this trap and just keep living. But it's really good. The traps, they're insane. And then the extra deck, we have 2 Heavy Metalfoes Electrum. You don't ever need to play 3 in its own deck because Mithurium recycles any Metalfoes. Then we have Doolittle. I like Doolittle, but I looked at this at first and it just looks wrong the way it's laying. But I gotta get my mind out the gutter. And then Zephyr Metaltron. This is it for the links. Then we have 3 Mithuriums. Mithurium's stupid good. Even going second, this card's insane. It's always going to get you advantage. It's like, it's so good. You want to bounce, they want to negate, you want to special, you can do that. It's just a good card. It recycles everything, including itself. I play 3 because, believe it or not, this is one of my favorite fusions, and I go through it excessively. Orichalc. It's always lovely to fuse with Orichalc and just get its effect to pop. And then the double piercing does come up. Then we have Alkahest. The only Metalfoes you want to make on your opponent's turn. It contributes to your disruptions. You open, like, for example, if you open Naruto Vortex or if you open Vortex plus Infinity and you make this during your opponent's main phase, in the middle of their combo after they play through 2 negates, this can kind of seal the deal. Just make sure that they're not going to win. And then Vortex, of course, and that's it for fusions. We do play Absolute, we play Naruto, and we play the Cyber Dragon package and 1 Dweller. So pretty much your entire extra deck, outside of, I'd say, like the Electrum, the Lynx, and like the Metalfoes, like you have a lot of cards that you go into purely for disruption, like negates, negate, and you know, just reactive. So the extra deck's pretty awesome. Every time you go into it, you know that you're going to be able to stop your opponent from going off. And that pretty much concludes my version on pure Metalfoes. Definitely let me know in the comment section below your honest opinion and feedback on it. I'm always open for constructive criticism. I'm not really a sensitive guy, so it doesn't matter if it's good or bad. I'll hear you out either way. But y'all have a beautiful day. Be safe, and you'll be hearing from me soon.